Thank you, Mike. This is The Talk Tonight on CBS 5. We are focused this evening on David Renz, arraigned today on a 37-count indictment that was handed up earlier this week by a grand jury in Onondaga County. Our cameras were not allowed in the courtroom today, and that, of course, is video that has become well played, overplayed, some believe, from his very first court appearance. We're bringing a new perspective on this evening. Donald Kelly is a criminal defense attorney with Tully, Rinckey attorneys and counselors at law. Did I get that correct, sir?
You did, thank you.
You were in court today, correct?
I was.
Your impression of the proceedings in this very high-profile case, did they follow, were they standard?
Yeah, everything was standard. It's not unusual at all for there to be an objection to cameras being in the courtroom. And so the defense attorney did as any defense attorney would do at that point.
Where do you begin with a legal strategy to defend this man who so many people in the public want to get their hands on?
Well, it's very difficult, and obviously there are two levels to it. There's one, and it all depends on what the client has to tell you. He may deny that he was even involved in the attack, regardless of the evidence which has been discovered. And that actually directs your trial strategy. Or he may admit it, but he may have some other problem which may present a defense, such as a psychiatric or a mental health defense.
Could an insanity defense work in this case?
I think it's unlikely, given the evidence that's come out that Mr. Renz was out purchasing the instrumentalities of the crime prior to the date of the rape and murder. So I don't think that that's really a sound trial strategy. Because
the indictment says he bought twist ties, he bought pantyhose, and it's alleged that he forced the child to wear those during the attack. That sort of stuff boxes an attorney in a way?
It does, and that's what the district attorney said. The indictment itself is just much more factual. He did this on this date. So the indictment doesn't recite any of those items, but I know that the district attorney had indicated that those things happen.
For an attorney who is representing a client like this in such a high-profile case, what is that individual? Ken Moynihan is the defense attorney in this case. What must he be feeling personally, do you imagine?
He has to do his best to compartmentalize this whole thing because, Ken has a wife and a family, and I'm sure that when he's home having dinner, he doesn't want to be thinking about the allegations in this case. So he has to do his best to try to leave it at the office, so to speak, and not to let it, change his view on everyday life.
Well, we're going to continue the conversation on this. The Talk Tonight continues right after this. Welcome back to The Talk Tonight. Donald Kelly is a criminal defense attorney who practices in Onondaga County, and he is bringing some new perspective to the issue of defending David Renz, which I say, and I know that as I say that, someone is firing off an email, probably to me personally, that says, this guy doesn't deserve to be defended. But that's not how our system works.
Everybody deserves a defense. I mean, that's what our country was founded upon. So if your belief is that this one person doesn't deserve a defense, then who's the next person that doesn't deserve a defense?
People are writing in, particularly on our Facebook page, when we are reporting that he pleaded not guilty at this arraignment. They're saying, not guilty, come on, how can you even plead not guilty? This is sort of boilerplate. This is so customary for a criminal defendant to plead not guilty when they're arraigned. Is that true?
Yeah, it happens.
This is the way it goes.
99.99% of the times. In fact, when the charge is murder in the first degree, there are limitations on your ability to even plead guilty. So he didn't even have the option to plead guilty this morning.
There was no, this is the way, we knew that this is the way it was going to be,
absolutely,
legally,
absolutely.
Even days ago.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
You're part of the assigned counsel program in Onondaga County. Ken Moynihan, who is representing David Renz, sort of got this case, I guess, by the luck of the draw. That's how it works. You are quite literally assigned counsel, and Mr. Moynihan got the case. Have you thought about what if it were you? Is that talk among criminal defense attorneys in Onondaga County now?
Well, I haven't spoken with anyone about that. I am happy that it wasn't me, but if it was me, I would have had to have buckled down and you know, done the job to the best of my ability and made sure that Mr. Renz got a defense, you know, whether people think he deserves it or not.
Happy that it wasn't you because of the facts of the case, because of the
facts of the case, and you know, just the heinous nature of the alleged offenses. I mean, it's just you know, to have to read through it, the details of what happened to the 10-year-old girl, the things that I personally wouldn't want to read.
Can you give me a yes or no on this? Would you think there'll be a trial?
Yes.
You think there will be?
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelly. Appreciate you coming in for your perspective.